What's going on, Austin? How's everyone doing this morning? Good. All right. My name is Carlos Gil. I'm the global head of social media for BMC Software. We are a Houston-based company in B2B and IT solutions. I actually work out of our Santa Clara campus in Silicon Valley. Prior to BMC, I worked at LinkedIn. Prior to LinkedIn, I worked in consumer marketing, running social media for Winn-Dixie, and then digital for Save-A-Lot. And I'm really passionate about this topic of candidate experience and using social media to reel in candidates, because I can't tell you how many times I've applied for a job, and as a candidate, I meet with all of you lovely HR folks, and I see video content that's sent my way that paints a very pretty picture about an organization. And the video is very polished, you're hearing from different executives, and as I've learned firsthand, the reality of what you see in a lot of these professionally produced videos is not the reality as a employee once you're on the job. So what we have tried to do, and what we're currently doing at BMC, is we're using a combination of Snapchat, and we're also using Facebook Live to go behind the scenes, to actually show what culture is like. So when we have a new product launch or a release, or we have a celebration, like it was International Women's Day a couple days ago, my team was using a combination of Facebook Live and Snapchat to actually show employees having a good time. And it's that raw and authenticity that hopefully we're going to talk about here today a little bit more in depth, that is really putting us on the map on a whole nother level in terms of what we're doing on social, not just for marketing, but for HR and talent acquisition and employee branding. First and foremost, as a marketer, our role is to tell the narrative of our brand. And that doesn't just include product, but also includes the candidate experience, and includes employer brand as well. So over the last year, I've been working directly with our talent acquisition team at BMC Software around developing a social recruiting strategy that incorporates live video. And from what I've learned, the easiest way to work with folks in talent acquisition HR is to go ahead and show them the proof of concept. So what we did is we really prepped our internal teams that we met with, because think about it, we work with heads of product, design, user experience, etc. These folks aren't necessarily marketers, or they're not talent acquisition, so they're not used to speaking publicly, on social media about the company. So what we did was we prepped them. What's your name? What do you do here? Talk to us about the culture. Talk to us about why this is a great place to work. And most importantly, talk to us about the opportunity that you have and where candidates can go to apply. So that took a little bit of some time to go ahead and map out, and then go back to our talent acquisition team and show them this is how easy it is to create this content. All of us have iPhones, or we have Androids. Most of us in this room, I would imagine, we have Facebook. So by making any one of the folks on our talent acquisition team admins of our Facebook page, they could just go on anytime, schedule a live broadcast, and then just create the content right there. What I learned through all this is that we have a very large talent acquisition team across the globe, in Europe, Houston, all over the globe. Whereas my team and I work in one campus, and we don't get a chance to go out all over the globe and meet with different hiring managers. So the key, I would say, is to collaborate with marketing, let them kind of be your Sherpa, your guide, teach you the ropes, and then go off and just go do it. I think Snapchat has a bad stigma, and I would ask, what's the fear? What are we open to that we're not already open to on Facebook or Twitter? In our case, our head of HR, she was already on Snapchat and uses it. So for me, it wasn't a hard sell. It was literally an email with an example of how Amazon is using Snapchat for employer branding. So an example is always really good. Key stats: over 40% of millennials in the US are using Snapchat on any given day. And also, who do we want to be as a company? What sort of talent do we want to attract? So if we want to attract talent that's being hit up by IBM or Microsoft, we have to play in that same sandbox and be speaking that talent, because let's face it, a lot of this talent, millennial talent, isn't going to LinkedIn anymore. They're not going to a Twitter jobs page to see what a company is posting. I know we think that these mediums are very important to us, but the reality is, how's a candidate finding and learning about you? So if they can go on Snap and learn about BMC in a minute and see the cool stuff that we're doing, that has value. So for me, it was as easy as sending an email, spelling all this out, and her response was, go do it. Here's the reality. If you put a video, a corporate, well-produced video on YouTube, you still have to use social media to promote that video. Folks instinctively aren't going to go on YouTube to look up BMC Software HR video. So we now have to use social media to promote this video out to get people to see it. So instead of just posting a YouTube video, why not just do a Twitter Live, also known as Periscope? Why not just do a Facebook Live? That way we're speaking to folks on the channels that natively they're already using to consume content from our brand.